Hello, welcome back to IGCSE ICT paper. We will be doing paper 0417, which is paper 2. We will be doing for October, November 2023 for document production. So let's start with the beginning question. Let me bring the file. Okay, these are the files that have been provided. Okay, so the first task is asking us to create the evidence file. So open that existing file that we already have it. Let's check it. We have this evidence file. So let me first group by type. It is much better to see and organize. So I have this evidence file. Let's open it. And then make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. They didn't mention header or footer, so you have the chance to put it at the top or bottom. So I'm just going to double click here at the top. And then because I click on the header, I'm going to choose the header here. And I'm going to add those 3 blank columns. Then easily I'm just going to add the name, the center number, and your candidate number. After that done, you can just double click anywhere out of this header or footer section. Save this document in your work area as the name evidence followed with your candidate number like this. Whatever is your candidate number, follow it with the evidence with capital letter. You will need this later for the screenshots. Okay, after this is done, let's just save it and then we will move to the next step. So make sure you're saving it in the same work area. So that's my work area. So I'm just going to name it and then make sure it's better to save it in the Word document, but it won't bother if it is in the previous text or extension also, but this is much better. Okay, keep this open because it's going to be useful for us. We're going to put our screenshots over here and let's go to the next one. You're going to edit a report about video gaming. The company uses a corporate house style. So remember, corporate house style. For all their documents, paragraph styles must be created, modified, and applied as instructed. Using a suitable software, open this review RDF file. So review file. And then the page is already set up to A4 landscape orientation with 2.5 margin, and do not make any changes. If you just want to make sure of those points, you can easily go to the let's go to the layout section. Just click on the small arrow here. You will be able to see those settings: 2.5 margin, landscape, and the paper is A4. 3 styles have been already created. Do not make any changes. If you want to look at the styles, they're over here. You can click on the small arrow. You're going to be able to see those VG 3 styles. So do not make any changes so far unless instructed later. Save the document in work area with this name. So they gave us some instructions not to change anything yet. But first thing, we need to save it. And here it is better, or it is a must to save it as a Word document. So make sure it is in your work area. And then right now you can see we're having 2 files, the evidence file and the file that we're going to work on it, the main document. Let's go back again to the question. Make sure that it is saved in the format. As I told you, you better save it in the Word document format. And place your document evidence and place in your evidence document screenshot to show that this file have been saved, and make sure that there is an evidence file type. All right, they need to know that we saved this file, and we need to take a screenshot and put it in the first step over here. You can relate to the steps with the number of the question here, so it is linked with it. So let's go here. They want the screenshot of this, so I'm going to expand this a little bit, and I'm going to put an extension for this. So I'm going to go to view and show, and I'm going to show the file extension. So I need a screenshot for this, so let me take a screenshot. And let's paste it in the first evidence. All right, that's good to go. Question number 2, remove any page breakers from this document. So let's go and check here any page breakers. What we need to do here, we need to press over this icon that you can see it here. Is going to show us it's going to show us most of the marks that whatever we're using. Let's say for the enter or spaces, it's usually hiding, but they usually marked, as you can see here. This means enter. And there are spaces with the dot, you can see. Those mean spaces. Those are marks usually, but hidden. And later, if we want to show it, we can use it to show it. Okay, you can see the page break. It's going to break the page into another page. So whatever you're typing here, it's not going to allow it to go to the next page. So let me delete whatever I added. Here you have a page break. Here you have another page break. Here you don't have any page break. So the question is clear, instructing us to remove any of those page breakers. So just go to it and remove it. As you can see, as I remove the page breaker, whatever content was below, it came up over here. And then I have this one, I need to remove it as well. All right, let's go to the next question. Question number 3. Place in the header of, before that, let me hide it back again. Question number 3. Place in the header of the document automated page numbers left aligned. So in the header, on the left side, so we need to add the page number. Double click to the header, and I always prefer to add these 3 blank columns because it can make it really organized. And then on the left side of the header, add the page number. So this is the left side, and then we can choose it from here, or we just can choose from the quick parts field, and you can add the page number here. All right, close it, and you can see the page number is added. Place in the footer the text market review. So I need in the footer this text. Let me copy it, followed by space, by your name, by center number and candidate number, and it needs to be right aligned in the footer. Again, add in the footer the 3 blank columns, and then here add the text, and then it needs to follow by name, comma, center number, comma, candidate, comma, center number, and comma with your candidate. Let me just unbold this, keep this bold. All right. One thing also, make sure that this is right aligned. This is already right aligned. Make sure all alignments match the page margin. As you can see, all of them are just matching the page margin. No other text placeholders, okay, in the header or the footer areas. All right, we need to do this. We need to remove whatever it's empty. We don't need it, so just remove it. And headers and footer are displayed on all the pages. Yes, they are. Question number 4. Select the subheading video games and the following text up to and including, select the subheading, okay, subheading video games. So where's the subheading video game? Okay, look for it. Is that a subheading? It's not a subheading. All right, it is this one. And the following text, okay, and including the paragraph ending with transaction and advertisements. Let me look, where is this? All right, till the ending. Up including to the paragraph ending, up till here only. So we need to select starting from this subheading up to this ending. So let me highlight it, starting from here up to here. After highlighting, change the page layout so that only this text is displayed in 2 columns, equal width of a 2 centimeter space. So we need a space of 2 centimeter, and it should be divided with 2 columns. So after selecting, go to the layout. In the columns, select 2. After selecting, you can go back again to the columns, click on more columns, and over here in the spacing, add 2 centimeter. So you can see the space here, it becomes 2 centimeter, and only the selected text, it become into 2 columns. So be careful about the selection. Okay, number 5, create and store the following style, basing it on the default normal paragraph. That's very important, basing it on the normal default paragraph. So let's go and create this style. Let's copy the name. Let's go to home, click over this, add this, click on the new style, and let's add the name. That's the first thing. Okay, the thing is it needs to be based on the normal or no style, so make sure of that point first. Okay, and the last one should be based on your same name. As they mentioned here, it should be based on the normal or default. So this one can be no style or just normal. Right now, let's add the font type. It should be sans serif. It means without any decoration. I prefer Calibri. And then font size 20. And it should be center aligned. Center aligned, bold, and italic. So center aligned, bold, italic, and it should be single line spacing with 0 space before and after. So for that, let's go to format, click on paragraph, and over here line spacing is supposed to be 0, and make sure it is 0 spacing before and after. Click on OK. You can see everything is showing over here. Take a screenshot to show that you have defined the setting for this VG subhead. So let me take a screenshot for this before I close it. I still didn't save it, so make sure you click OK after that. So here, can you see? I will click OK and it is added. Oh, there is a problem here. What happened? I was selecting over this text while I'm creating this, so it just changed everything over here. Anyway, we can just readjust it. First, let me go and put the screenshot, because they say take a screenshot, right, for that, and make sure that there is an evidence base for the default paragraph, as I mentioned, and place it in your evidence document. So this is step number 5. We better go back right now to the evidence, and can you see the next step is number 5. So in case you skipped one of the steps, you should make sure go back again to the question and check what step you skipped it. Question number 6, identify your 4 subheadings. We're going to have 4 subheadings in the document and apply the VG subhead to each of them. Okay, let's go back again here. Here I did one problem that I added, I applied this style to all of them. So I'm just going to click over the previous one, click on Format Painter, and apply the old style to all of them. Okay, so I need to find the 4 subheadings. This is one. Hold Control on your keyboard and select the another subhead. I remove the control right now. Okay, I found the third one. Before I highlight, hold Control again and select. And let me find the 4th one. Here's the 4th one. Hold Control and select it. I cannot find any more, so those are the correct 4 for sure. And after that, apply on, click on VG subhead. Alright, after that, locate and move the paragraph. They want you to find this paragraph, aggressive competition between, let's go and look for it. So, Control F and paste that. Okay, alright, it's over here. And it should be ending till the video game industry. This one. So this whole paragraph needs to be located. I locate it and I need to move it somewhere else. So that is appear as a new paragraph immediately after the paragraph ending with gamer control. So let's first do, I'm just going to make it into red color so I can copy it and make it back again to the black. And right now make it make it appear as a new paragraph immediately after the ending. So as this ends, I need to paste that paragraph. So let me copy this, Control F and paste it. gamer control action. So they want it to be pasted over here. So I'm just going to go here, Control X, gamer controls the action, and paste it over here. And make sure that there is no space after that. And make sure you're turning it back again to the I just highlighted so I can recognize it easily. Using the data in the file. Okay, so far fine. So right now let's go to this file. We need to use the data in this player CSV file. Create a vertical bar chart. So we need a vertical bar chart to show the worldwide distribution of online game players for the year 2022 only. So let me go to players. Let's adjust it and let's check it. We have distribution of the gamers. No, not in million. Oh, number in millions. Okay. The region, the year. We need only this year. And these are the regions. So probably we will need to select this and this. Let me just double confirm the question. So we need to create a vertical bar chart, show the worldwide distribution of online game players for this. All right. So yeah, hold Control on your keyboard first, select this first column, and then go and hold Control on your keyboard and select this column. We don't need the other, we just need 2022. After that, go to Insert, click on Recommended Chart, and they say they need vertical. Okay, that's vertical one. Okay, and then click on, okay, right, go to the vertical chart. Label the chart as the following. So they need global online players 2022 in millions. So that's going to be the title. And then the category axis with the title region. So you will find that there are two axes. This is the category axis. This is the number axis. So I'm just going to add the axis for one of them. Add one title. So is it this one? Yes. I'm just going to take for this axis and add the name. So this is the region and this is the number in millions. Display only the data values along the top of each bar. So we need to make the numbers appear on the top. For that, let me here go to the plus sign and check the data labels. Alright, so those are the data labels you can see at the top of each bar. Do not display the legend, so it's not anyway it's not displayed, so in case it's displayed, just remove it. Format the value axis. This is, by the way, the value axis. The value axis scale to display a minimum 0, maximum 1500, and the increment each time 300 increases. So right click, format axis, and then here minimum, as they mentioned, 0, maximum 1500, and the increment increases, go to the major, ignore the minor, increases by 300 each time. Okay, I think that's quite small. You can see this value is not showing. I think that's probably itself is 1500, so it's not visible. Alright, let me see what I can do about it. And then insert the chart in that paragraph after this ending. Let's look. First, let me check about this. Oh, there's something wrong here. Alright, the thing is that I selected this 2022. It's considering it as a value, as region here. I didn't pay attention, that's wrong. Actually, I should select only without the header, as you can see. Right now it's better. And insert the chart after the paragraph ending. Game players in 2022. So let's insert it after the paragraph ending. So let me go and check where's that paragraph ending. Control F, paste it. Alright, after this, is there another? That's the only one. So after this here, I need to paste my chart. Okay, make sure that the chart and all data fits within that column width, within this column width. First, let me copy it and then we'll check. Control C. put your cursor here and Control V. So you can see it is fitting within the width. The data labels are displayed full with no overlap. Okay. And there is a 6-point space after the chart. We can add this in multiple ways. So there is actually no space even. So what we can do, we can just put one space here, and then we can go and add it as 6 point. But there is one thing we need to add after that. There will be just extra spaces. We need to remove those extra spaces. Let me make sure. Okay, there are no extra spaces. Just make sure it is 6 point. This is too small that I. Alright, okay. Let me just double. Alright, showing that no space. Okay. For question number 13, the style name VG list has already been created, stored and applied to the 5 list items in the report. Okay, let me just have a look at it. Okay, it's this one. Modify. Okay, we need to modify it. So only the following formatting is applied. So let's go. Right click on it. Okay, there's a problem happening. When I click on it, it goes and it applies to wherever my cursor is there. So to avoid this type of issue, I'm just going to click here, and then I will go back to the list, right click. You can see it added here, that bulletin point. Click modify, and right now let's compare. It's supposed to be sans serif, so we need to make it a sans serif font. Needs to be 10 in size. Needs to be aligned to the left margin. So alignment needs to be to the left margin. It is already aligned. It needs to be italic with number list, like those type of numbers, numeric numbers. So it's italic. Right now let's go and check about numbering. It needs to be numbered with this. Alright, with dots, as you can see. So select this one, click on OK. Line spacing, and the spaces after and before is supposed to be 0. So let's go to Format, Paragraph, and Single, and here make sure that it is 0 space before and after. Click on OK. OK. Alright. You can see here, but we don't need this, so delete it. After that, place in your evidence document screenshot of the style setting of this VG list style to show that you changed this. Make sure that the screenshot show all the changes that we made it. Alright, so let's go back again to it, modify, and screenshot. Let me make sure of the step. Yeah, it is step 13 and it is matching with this next step. One thing, make sure that you're going to print this as you're going to print this document. So make sure this size is quite okay and visible whenever you're going to give it to the examiner. Examiner have to check those documents. So make sure they're with an at least reasonable and good size. Not too small, neither too large and scary, like, bulky and big. 14. Format a paragraph that starts with mobile gaming is expected so that it is indented with 1.5 centimeters from both left and right hand margin. So let me go and find this text. Control F and paste it. Okay, is it the only text? Seems to. So we need to make it from both right side and left side 1.5 indentation. So okay, going only that paragraph. So I need to highlight it, right click on paragraph, and then we have before and after indentation. Let's put 1.5, 1.5. All right. After that, spell check and proofread the document. Okay, for that, we have to go to review, click on grammar and spelling. Let's see here. Steady decline in the recent years. In the recent, all right, you can see there is double C in the recent, and we need to fix it. So I just can click over the suggestion, or okay, I'm just going to click on the suggestion. Next one. However seems needs just a comma, so I think I'm just going to add it. Rapidly seems it's double P, so it shouldn't be like this, so it should be just rapidly. And those are all the mistakes. I can't find it. All right. Make sure the list is not split over the 2 columns or pages. You can see there is a list here, and it shouldn't be splitted. There are no widows or orphans. To find out about if there is any widows or orphans, there is a really simple way that we can do it. Highlight everything, because nothing should be with the widows and orphans. And then click over the small arrow for the paragraph. And go to the tab of line and page break. So click on this widow and orphan control. And should be able to control it. There shouldn't be any widow and orphan. But mainly you pay attention to this list, because they mention it shouldn't be going to any another page. Original styles are maintained, so we haven't changed anything. Make sure while you're creating any of those styles, you haven't changed anything by mistake. All styles are applied consistently. You can see those subheadings, we applied them, and this seems applied already previously since beginning. And then spacing is consistent between all items. I guess yes, so all the spaces are okay here, all of them. And save the document, and as in the first previous step in one. So it's just Control S and make sure it is with this previous name. All right, before we just print it out, let me just make sure this is something I'm not sure about it, which is the list. We haven't applied any list style. I think here, yeah, we need to apply to the 5. Okay, let me get back again to the question. The style name has already been created, stored, and applied to the 5 list items. That's the problem. It wasn't applied, so we need to go and apply it. We already modified it actually, so we need to go and apply it to the list. So you can see over here. So right now our document is ready. We have it all, and then final thing, they told us to print it out. So at that time, if you have the printer, so during the exam time, so you better just go to File and click on Print and print it out. Click on Print. If it is not for like ready with you and you're instructed to print it out all the things after or later, so just click on Adobe Printer and click on Print, and then save it in your work area as print out 1, and then later copy it to the USB or whenever instructed and start to print it out. So I'm just going to save it in that area, and we can just call it view grid, or we can just do it like that. Print out 1 and name it with its original name, and I'm going to save it this is my work area. All right, it's going to be saved here. It's coming, it's processing. Okay, that's the end of this document question. We will carry on in the next video about the database. If you have any questions or comments, you can put it in the comment section.